I'm Kat Carpenter. I'm a mother. I'm a camp director. When I was considering getting a pump, a teenager actually told me she hated hers at first. It took her about a month to get used to it. And so I gave myself about a month to get used to it, and I'm glad I did. I was not happy in the beginning, but you can get used to anything, really. And I'm glad that I didn't bail out too early. I know a lot of people who have bailed out early. I do have a little bit of nervousness sometimes about the idea of being the bionic woman, having machines make decisions for me. That's a little weird to wrap your head around. It can be hard. It can be hard to trust devices. I think particularly, at least in my case, because I was so young when I was diagnosed, diabetes has changed a lot in the time I've been living with it. And sometimes I think the brain and the heart don't change as quickly as technology. So it can be difficult to make a transition to using different devices or to trusting them. These technologies where the sensor talks to the pump talks to the sensor. It's amazing. It's remarkable, but it does make me nervous. A little. Yeah. I have a 5-year-old, and particularly when he was younger, although I am not hypoglycemic unaware, sometimes when you're busy, you don't pay attention to your own body, your own signals. And so sometimes my sensor will go off and I'll kind of stop and go, oh, I am low. Oh, and I'll test and treat. But it's pretty helpful to have little helpers. But I still chose to pay for my pump sites because, what are we doing this for? I want to live the healthiest, longest life I can. And if I believe this device is the way to do it, I am willing to pay some extra money for it. It's not easy. And I know that there are some people who just flat out can't afford it. It's hard sometimes to trust my devices, particularly my sensor. When I'd first gotten my new pump with the sensor on it, there was one day when my meter said I had a 120. My old sensor said 80. My pump sensor said 55. 55 to 80 to 120 is a pretty big range. And to not know which of those three devices is accurate is kind of scary, especially when one of those options could be 55. Because, and in that case, I just trusted my body and thought, I don't feel that low. 80 might be more realistic, 80 to 120. I'm not that low. So some of that is still needing to trust my body. Some of it is really trying to listen to my friends and experts who talk about this amazing technology and the statistics, and somehow trying to have those things meet in the middle between what people tell me and what I actually feel. And that's something I still struggle with.